The San Diego Chargers announced this morning that after 56 years in San Diego, the team is moving to Los Angeles. So after not having an NFL team for decades, next season, Los Angeles will now have two.
Yeah, that sounds great. The Chargers have a new profile pic on Twitter. Have you seen this? Just posted a few moments ago after a team meeting that did confirm the move. It's an LA insignia with a lightning bolt going through it. A lot of people saying it looks a lot like the Dodgers logo, right? Owner Dean Spanos released a statement. He said, "We must earn the respect and support of LA football fans. We must get back to winning, and we must make a meaningful contribution, not just on the field, but off the field as a leader and champion for the community." The Chargers are determined to fight for LA, and we are excited to get started.
We spent the last 15 years trying to put a stadium proposal and getting one approved down in San Diego. And last year, we actually went to the voters. It was turned down. We also had the option last year to come. But we've pretty much exhausted all our, whatever possibilities there were down there. And it was time to come. We're excited to be here and looking forward to spending the next 25, 30 years here.
Well, that time is now. You might be wondering, where will the Chargers play until that Inglewood Stadium is finished in 2019? Well, their temporary home will be the StubHub Center in Carson, and the Chargers had already leased space for a new headquarters and training facility in Costa Mesa. The team does have some history here, playing one season, just one, in Los Angeles in 1960 before moving to San Diego.
And LA Mayor Eric Garcetti said Los Angeles is one of the world's greatest sports towns. Championship teams and iconic athletes aren't just memories here. They are legends woven into the fabric of our history. Today, we welcome an important part of that history back with the Chargers returning to Los Angeles. All right, so what do local football fans think about having the Chargers and the Rams here? KCAL's Dave Lopez live in downtown LA. And Dave, you've been out there talking to some of the fans today.
Yes, we have, also to some experts, from 0 to 2, and it's a long time coming, but now we have 2. So just waiting to see make somebody get behind me here, downtown Los Angeles. We talked to one expert. We'll show you some pictures of the Chargers in action. As you mentioned, the Chargers have been in San Diego for 56 seasons. You have to be old enough to remember, but they started out in 1960, one of the expansion teams in the old AFL, the American Football League, and the Chargers then were the Los Angeles Chargers, owned by the Hilton chain. Conrad Hilton was the owner at that time, lost $3 million the first year and said that's enough and moved to San Diego. They will not be playing, not at the Coliseum, but at the StubHub Center in Carson, which holds only 27,000. It is a soccer stadium for the Galaxy, which has been champions 5 times in the MLS. And of course, the big question is they'll sell out, but what will the ticket prices be? There's a lot of TV revenue, so maybe the amount of people in the seats won't be as important as to what the ticket prices will be. Again, we talked to some experts. Will LA be ready for 2 teams, one expert, and then the fans?
Well, I don't think they had any other option. They had no financing, no stadium funding, no public money to do anything in San Diego.
Can they be successful here?
I think it's difficult to be successful any place where even a large marketplace to have 2 teams. Now, certainly the Giants and the Jets have done it in New York, but they've had a long history of being separated in that fan base. Remember, the challenge for them is to now build a Los Angeles audience for a San Diego product.
The Chargers are coming.
Right.
LA Chargers, how's that sound?
Pretty good.
You like that?
Yeah.
You think LA will support 2 teams?
Why not? They did before.
2 teams in LA now.
I think that's a mistake. I think it's too many teams.
They should have stayed in San Diego.
Do you think LA will support 2 teams?
Not the Chargers.
Well, the LA area did support 2 teams when the Rams and the Raiders played. Of course, the Rams were playing in Orange County at the time, but there's never been 2 teams in the same stadium in this city. Now, as Jeff Lenkov, the expert, says, New York has done very well with that, but there's a different fan base, Giants and the Jets. Here, can you be a Charger and a Ram fan at the same time? We'll soon find out. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, let's see what happens, Dave. All right, thanks so much.